So that when tomorrow morning we give the traditional Easter greeting, Christ is risen, what we are really saying is that...
Not even a good night for television. Oh, damn stupid. There's nothing to be frightened of. And stop talking to yourself. You're making me nervous.
I know you're in.
Who is it?
Rob.
I'm sorry, you can't come in. It's no good trying the door. It's locked.
Please.
I'll put the outside light on.
Please.
Let me in. Let me in, please.
I told you I didn't want to see you again. Why have you come?
There wasn't anywhere else for me to go. Please let me in. I've got nothing to do with it.
With what?
With any of it.
I'll let you in. I'm a pregnant woman. You shouldn't be bothering me.
I got nervous.
You got nervous.
It's lonely where I live. You start imagining things. I wanted somebody to talk to.
You could have gone to the pub.
Don't go to the pub. I'm sorry, but I'm not one of them. You know that.
You better come in.
I knew you'd be here, but I telephoned first anyway.
That was you on the phone. Why didn't you speak?
I couldn't think what to say.
Isn't that for me to do?
What?
Lock the door. It's my house.
Yes, if you like.
Why did you do it?
Well, you had it locked before.
Yes, well, you'd better come in and sit down.
Well, you aren't sitting down.
Shall when I want to. I feel rather restless at the moment.
Nervous?
I said restless.
I thought you said you were nervous earlier. I feel better now.
I hope you don't think I'm going to ask you to stay the night. Just because that doesn't give you any rights here. I don't think that.
I'm going to Canada next week. I thought you'd like to know.
How did you get the money?
Loaned it. Ticket bought for me.
By whom?
Fisher.
Why?
Don't know.
I think you do.
No?
Something you've done, some service rendered.
I'm paying it back. It was only a single fare, £60. I pay all the money back.
What had you done for Fisher to induce him to lend it to you?
Nothing, I told you.
How did you know my phone would work when you rang?
Why shouldn't it work?
It's out of order.
How should I know that?
It's been out of order for the week. Everybody in the village knows. Then you want to phone, and it works. Then it goes out of order again. It's out of order now.
Don't go to the village.
But you know them well enough to borrow £60.
I didn't borrow, it was loaned. I didn't ask, it was offered.
I want to know why.
Makes no difference. It was that night. You and me.
When the bird came down the chimney.
That's right.
£60. Rather a lot for a one-night stand. Especially when he... Was he watching? Listening? Getting his kicks that way? That's not why it can't be.
I don't know what you want about. You are on about.
Mustn't pick up bad habits of speech from Auntie Vigo, who knows everything.
Look, I'm trying to tell you if you want to know. The poachers that night, the ones that knocked me out, that was Fisher. He said he had to attack me, compelled to do it. He's respectable, is Fisher, known for it. He's a lay reader. If it was to come out he'd been poaching, his reputation would be besmirched, he said.
You believe that?
But why else would he?
You expect me to believe it?
It's the truth.
If he hadn't told you he was a poacher, how the hell would you have known? Are you asking me to believe that 7 months later, when you hadn't the least suspicion, he came to you and confessed, and then paid you £60 to keep your mouth shut? Are you asking me to believe that?
He's a funny fella. He's got his own ways.
Why did you come here tonight?
I told you. I got nervous. As if people were watching me.
What people?
I don't know.
Village people?
Could be.
You know what you said when you arrived? I've got nothing to do with it, you said. With what?
I don't know.
You don't know much. They haven't told you much. Just enough to get you indoors.
They?
People?
You are nervous.
Why are they keeping me here until after Easter? Why did the house have mice and has again? Because I would need you, Rob, to get rid of them. And you're a very good-looking young man, known for it. And I'm a woman without a man, sex-starved, as they say. And when I ask you round for the evening, Rob, why is it I am robbed? What a jolly pun that is. I was robbed, wasn't I, in every way?
I don't know what you mean.
No means of contraception. It disappeared and reappeared the next day, but the night intervened. You intervened.
We made love, if that's what you mean. You know we
had
did.
sex. Rather arranged sex. The bull was brought to the cow. That happens in the country. And it took a lot of arranging because I went off you since you were boring me silly. So I put you out and I went alone to bed. Then a bird came down the chimney and I was frightened. And you were conveniently nearby to rescue me. And after that, what could be more convenient and romantic, except someone had been on the roof to arrange that romantic rescue?
Not me.
That wasn't your part.
I was on the head by Fisher.
What's your part now, Rob?
You're being funny with me, aren't you?
I don't know what's in your mind exactly. I've heard of things. Every now and then there's a song and dance about it in the Sunday papers. Devil worship. Graves dug up. Churches desecrated. Blood. Stories of blood. Always rather vague. I never believed it happened seriously.
You're being funny.
Why are you keeping me here, all of you?
You're being funny. I don't understand.
Yes, I'm being funny. This is very sharp. Your Auntie Vigo uses it to cut the heads off chickens.
You're off your chum.
Your friends were outside.
I've got no friends.
So that was your part, Rob, to get in and then let them in. I don't know why. It's easy to break a window. Perhaps an act of betrayal is part of the ritual. Don't turn that key.
Please.
Come away from that door. I don't know much about killing people, but I do know where the most delicate, hurtful parts are. You tell your friends if anyone tries to get into this room, I'll make a mess of their prize bull.
I don't understand any of this. Look, I'm on your side. I don't know what's happening, but I'm on your side. I could protect you. I know karate. We can't stay stood here forever.
Only till morning. By the rules of the game as I understand them, it'll be Easter Sunday and I shall be free. You see? I'm right.
Please believe me. I don't know who's out there. I'm not one of them.
You're terrified. You're as frightened as I am.
Come on, Rob, boy.
are you doing here?
Come to take you to church, haven't I?
Like before?
I brought a hat.
What happened last night?
Nothing to remember. Just a game we're about sometimes.
I was very frightened.
Stupid.
I thought...
No call for that stupid thinking, lad. What good would a woman's blood be for the land? We bear, my dear. We'm give birth. That our work. Takes a man for the other. You spare off your car come yesterday. Fisher's bringing you out off the morning service. All right then, Grace. There'll be no more trouble with that. And some time for a bath before church.
Where's Rob?
Gone to Canada, Miss Palmer.
Not till next week.
Oh, dear me, no, I'm sure you're mistaken. He was to leave today. Easter Sunday, most appropriate start to a new life. By train to Liverpool, then by boat, an assisted passage.
Assisted by you?
As it happens. He came round last night, as I understand it, to take his leave. You'll be selling the house, I imagine.
Yeah.
That's better. Country life cannot suit us all.
I mean... Yes, he came round last night.
I heard so. We must all wish him luck in his new venture.
What was Peter doing here last night?
Peter, too. But there would be no occasion for him to say farewell. The village is his home. Yes. Well, that was very naughty of him. Did anyone else see him?
Only Rob.
Who is no longer with us.
Why are you letting me leave when I could go to the police?
About what, Miss Palmer?
Mrs. Vigo said something rather curious to me this morning. She said, what good would a woman's blood be for the land?
No good at all.
It takes a man.
Indeed, yes.
You understand it then?
Study of religions is one of my many interests. I am a reading man, you know.
Known for it.
The goddess of fertility in the old legends was in some ways like yourself, Miss Palmer. Not a married lady, but nevertheless, if you'll excuse the freedom, not a virgin either. In the autumn, she would couple with the young king.
King?
He'd be treated like a king. Served and pampered, you might say. And then, of course...
Killed.
He would pass away, yes. Assisted to it, you might say. And from his blood, the crops would spring.
A Greek legend, Mr. Fisher.
And Egyptian, Mexican, many places. You must read a book by Sir James Fraser, The Golden Bough, in 7 volumes.
But not an English legend.
Robin Hood, Robin of the Dale. Even Robin Redbreast, one of the very birds in your garden. The male robin only lives a year, you know. The female has many partners. Always Robin. Such bounty there was. Such fruitfulness, Miss Palmer, from the blood that drained from Robin Hood. So the old story.